So the first trade is Starbucks at 12:10. I got into calls. So let's look at Starbucks at 12:10. Um, let's see. So this candle right here, right? So as soon as I saw that Starbucks had approached the 9-day moving average, right? I got into Starbucks right on the 9-day moving average where it says 75.96. And so my thought process was, okay, it's probably gonna, stabilize around this area, around 75.96, right? And it's probably, now that it's above the 9-day moving average, probably the next candle, right? Which is this one. It's probably, gonna, uh, it's probably gonna go higher, right? So that was my confirmation. I was just like waiting, okay, it's exactly on the 9-day moving average, right? And it's steadily going up after bouncing off the 9-day moving average. But I was way over, I was too cocky. I was too cocky in the trade, right? And so basically what happened was, um, I just, so at 12:10 I got in, 12:41 I sold out. And I sold out because I was like, yeah, Starbucks, I mean, which is this candle right here, 12:41. So this candle right here, right? I got out because as soon as I saw that, okay, it's not bouncing off the 9-day moving average, right? It just went through the 9-day moving average. So I was like, yeah, let me just get out. This is, uh, you know, it just basically confirmed that, Starbucks is probably going to go down further throughout the day, which didn't happen really. So if I had waited enough a little longer, I would have been in the green, but I just, I didn't have like a, how do you say it, per se a game plan, but as soon as I saw that the next candle was below the 9-day moving average, that was just confirmation for me that, Starbucks is gonna struggle and pretty much probably, it's probably gonna go in a downwards trend. Or that's a confirmation that it's gonna go in a downwards trend. So, uh, Starbucks, I lost $4,000 doing that trade. And then I did Microsoft, but I'm not going to talk about Microsoft. And then I did Chewy, then I did Square, AMD. Those were losses as well. The only winners were Spy, Nvidia, Disney, Maxon. I'm not in. Oh, I don't know how is it even positive, but and then Tesla. I'll talk about Tesla. So Tesla, right? And I liked how I traded these trades, right? So the first trade I did with Tesla was at 932, right? But that was a loss. That was a loss. That first trade. The second trade I did with the Tesla was around 1043 and I did pretty good, which was it was a win. And then I did another trade at 1313. It was a win again. And then I did another trade at 1406, which another win with Tesla. But let me go over the 1313, right? 1313, I got into calls. 1313. Let's see. 1313. Tesla. Where's Tesla? Let's see. Why is it all the way over there? Okay. 1313. This candle right here, right? I got into calls, right? Because I saw as soon as Tesla Okay, so going over the first trade with Tesla, I got into calls at 13.13. So this candle right here where it says 247.08, right? As soon as I saw that Tesla bounced off the 50-day moving average, that was my confirmation that okay, I should get in as quickly as possible, right? And if I see that Tesla keeps on rising a little bit, I'll try to average in buying a little bit of calls as it tries to go up. That way my gain can be a little bigger, right? And so I got in, right, as soon as the 50-day moving average uh got accepted by Tesla by bouncing off the 50-day moving average, right? And so I sold out at 13:15. So only like 2 minutes. That was only a 2 minute trade, really, with Tesla. And so, yeah, pretty much I made a gain of trading Tesla, $904, which is not bad, right? Pretty much Starbucks, Microsoft, Square, and AMD were YOLO trades. And in a way, I wanted to test out like an aggressive strategy to see if I could like. My aggressive strategy was basically okay. If let's see if you can like try to how do you say make at least $1,000, right? Just doing multiple trades, right? But what how do you say I didn't plan really much thought into the multiple trades. So I was having like, okay, let's trade Microsoft, now let's trade Tesla, now let's trade Square and like at the same time, right? So it kind of put me off in a way because of like I had to keep track of those trades at the same time, and it wasn't helpful, right? Doing, keeping track of those trades, and then the goal was to reach $1,000, right, by the end of the day. And so I was like, too much trades. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that my strategy of over trading backfired because I didn't how do you say I didn't have like a clear plan when I got into those trades. And I basically kind of was just like, okay, if it goes well, good. If it doesn't, oh well, right? And so in a way, I was like looking back at my trade of Pepsi, and I was like, if I just focus on one trade only, right? And I see that, that stock and that specific sector is like way overbeaten, right? And I just keep focused on that one singular stock, just just trading that one stock, right? And not focusing about like, oh, this other stock, how's it doing? This other stock, how's it doing? This other stock, how's it doing, right? If I just pay my attention to just one stock while trading, I probably would have done better, right? And so this week, I basically, how do you say, that's the strategy I wanted to implement, basically over trade, but the goal was to make at least $1,000 each day. And that strategy didn't work so well, basically. As you can see, for the week, I'm down, let's see, or for the month so far, right? For the month so far, I'm down 15K, down 15K. And basically, I was like, maybe I can try this for this month, right? This month, right? I can try an aggressive approach to the market, right? Try to overtrade a little bit, right? Instead of like the past 2 months where I've been, okay, just focus on one trade, that's it. Focus on another trade, and that's it. No, so my plan for this month was like, okay, let's try to be aggressive. Like, but place multiple trades at the same time when you see a good opportunity, right? And so that's what I did, but I felt like over trading and then placing trades, on multiple stocks that I saw that were a good opportunity at the same time was not a good plan because in a way I didn't have a clear game plan for when to exit out those stocks. And obviously my approach, usually is that if a stock is down 5%, right? You have to just like quit, just quit, get out the trade, right? And no, this time I was like, okay, if this other stock is up, right, and my other trade is, down, right, I can use that trade that's up, right, to leverage me for the position that I'm down, right? And so in a way that wasn't really good because when that trade, let's say I had three, like for example today, three trades I had going on today, right? Um, three of those trades were down at the same time. And so in a way I was like, yeah, this strategy isn't that good. Like over trading and try to keep track on those, try to keep an eye on those stocks at the same time because I don't have a game plan set in place. Meanwhile, if I had a game plan with just one stock, right? I'd be good. I'd be good. But, that's how it went. And I'll probably go back to trading normally, how I was doing like the first 2 months. And this was just an experiment just to see if I could make a couple more, a bit more money basically for the month. But obviously that backfired. That really backfired. But yeah, I'm still in Pepsi. I'm in American Airlines. I'm in a new position, which is Maxon. I'm in calls, and this is the only way to regain that money. I have, how do you say, like this last card up my sleeve, really. Well, I wouldn't say if it's my last card up my sleeve, but I would say that this strategy, I've tried it when I was testing it. It worked, and it's basically called the high IV trading strategy. And so basically, I try to trade options that have a very, 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 very high IV. And basically, I buy into those options because, it has the highest implied volatility, right? And depending if it says calls or puts, right? There's this website that I can show you guys. It's called bar chart. Basically, I used this strategy before, and basically what I try to do is buy whatever it says, right? So like for example, right here on the screen it says Maxin strike price is 0.50, and the type is call option. The expiration date is 7/26, right? And then you can see the IV for that option, right? Of Maxin is 682.72%. And so basically that means that a lot of people are buying calls of Maxin thinking that Maxin could potentially skyrocket before, 726 approaches. But we will see what happens and I will try to see if this strategy is reliable because I only tested this strategy like 4 or 5 times, and out of those 4 or 5 times, 4 out of 5 times it worked. But it would have worked 5 times out of 5. The reason the last trade didn't work because I was like, I think it was a GameStop trade, and basically that trade with GameStop didn't. I got too cocky. Basically, I got too cocky, and basically I didn't sell when I should have. And that position of GameStop, I was up like almost 5,000, 6,000. But when it crashed, I was down like, what was it? Like, yeah, like the whole thing. It was down the whole thing. I was like, let me see how that trade goes. But obviously, I feel like this strategy might be a good strategy. Like I said, I've tested it 5 times already in the past. It's worked. Um, but we will see what happens. We will see. But other than that, hopefully you guys did well and you guys, had some good trades. And if you had some bad trades, I mean, oh well. I mean, it's part of the game and it happens. But yeah, that's pretty much it. But other than that, hopefully you guys have a good night, a good one. I don't know what I'm saying anymore, but as always, take care and have a good one. Take care, guys. Bye.